Well, batting practice has now entered the chat, and wow, that is sad. Just rain, you know? I mean, do they still got hot dogs right now? I might need one of those. That'll eat my feelings.
Fenway Frank!
Because I wanted 15 in a row tonight. Maybe we'll have to wait a day for that one. But generally, this is where we would look at batting practice and see who's in the cage as batting practice has entered the chat. But there's nobody there. Maybe we could take some swings, Trav.
I'm with it.
We got a bat somewhere back there?
I'm with it.
Work a few
Hey,
of those
swing, get a hit, and then slip and slide to first.
that'd be.
We got the base pass.
We got to come up with a game
That's
for that.
a great game.
That's
The only
okay.
thing missing is that drink.
Yeah,
we got a drink.
Hey.
When you get the base, you take a shot.
Maybe we can get our friends over at Surfside in on that. Anyways,
Oh, great.
let's get a little slip and slide. Let's bring in our good friend Rob Bradford. Baseball is boring. And of course, WEEI joining us here on batting practice has entered the chat.
Welcome,
Rob, it's wet. It's wild. When's the last time you've done a slip and slide?
Oh my goodness! I mean, whatever I did, I hurt myself. I guarantee you.
That was saying.
There are certain childhood activities which are not conducive to adulthood.
Yeah.
Jarts being one of them, and slip and slides being another. So it's, in case people don't know what jarts are, basically they impale you, which didn't seem like a good idea. They're darts, yeah.
Okay,
But
okay.
You guys hear the rain?
And slip and slide, all it takes is one little pebble underneath it, and you're done.
That's
You're
it. You put it over
done.
a rock. I was telling Matt, if you put it over a rock, that's it. Just one is all it takes.
Bravo. We can hear it pouring where you are. Like, we can literally hear
I had
the
to
rain
turn
through
up my-
It's insane.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not as soundproof. I feel like I wanted to bring in the sounds of the ballpark, which is last night it was obviously cheers and yays and celebration, and now it's like the Mother Nature's sad trombone of rain. This is not looking good for tonight, everybody.
No.
It's not looking good for tonight.
Bravo. Look, if we're going to get this thing rained out, we'll see what happens. But I just want to take you to a conversation we had earlier in Boston has entered the chat and get your take. We kind of went around the horn and said, who's the MVP of this team so far this season? And we all had different answers. What's your answer? Who's your MVP?
I don't think it's a question. Wilson Contreras.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Wilson Contreras, because for a couple different reasons. Number one, because he's good. He's exactly what they needed in terms of a hitter who can hit at Fenway Park. I think that I cited this stat a bunch of times, but there's nobody in baseball who has more pull side hits at home, which is a really wonky stat, but I think still pertinent, than Wilson Contreras. He obviously is really good in the field. We've been looking for a good defensive first baseman. And then you come to the clubhouse. He is an absolute leader. He's the 30-something, which you need to sort of plant in the middle of everybody and say, hey, this isn't about a jersey exchange or anything else like that. This is about winning ball games. And he is the epitome of that. And so I think across the board, I really don't think it's a question, and maybe I'm missing something, but who are some of the other answers?
Sonny Gray might have been one of them.
Durbin. Yeah.
Maybe Rafaela.
Caleb
He's been pretty
Durbin.
consistent, you know.
Yeah, with all due respect to everybody, everybody who said all those names, Lucy, what am I about to say?
Baseball isn't boring.
It's your prerogative to be wrong.
No, so my pick was Wilson Contreras.
Yeah.
And because I feel like it, and this is what I would ask you, Rob, is did something change with the way we view Wilson Contreras maybe, and that we got to know him a little bit better during the home run derby, the All-Star break, where it kind of started to turn, where he started to get very emotional, the Venezuela, everything happened with that, and then he gets ejected a couple times. Did something turn there and then with the All-Star break?
Well, I think that it's a good point because you have that moment where he threw the helmet. And honestly, you're sort of like, really? You're throwing a helmet? Like, what are you doing? But then you understand, and he came out and said, I'm going through a lot. I shouldn't have acted the way I acted. And I think that in Boston, you guys know this, that it's the accountability. It goes so far in this town. And I think he was accountable for that week. But then you're right about the home run derby. Like we are celebrating anybody who is walking into a boxing ring with his hand to his ear saying, come on, Philadelphia fans, bring it on. Like, those are the people we celebrate, and then back it up with actual performance, and then back it up by playing hurt, and then back it up by having instances like last night where you get at second base and you're like, it's my house, it's our house, or whatever it is. And then it's putting the Wally helmet on people and pounding their skull into the ground because he's so excited. All of that these are the guys, these are the people who in Boston we thrive for. And I think another part of this is that what he has said. I mean, he has said that this is my place. This place is made for me. And this is for us. Like, that's all we need to hear. You show how good you are. You show what you can do, and then we'll give you the love right back.
Rob, we're talking about the guys who have been here. How much of this streak has to do with the fact that the guys who aren't here? And I'm talking about Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, Brian Bayo, Trevor Story. Put whoever you want on that list. There have been so many comments made this year by Red Sox veterans that would seem to allude to maybe some type of friction or some type of issue, perhaps with younger players on the team. Were there issues in the clubhouse? What should we make of the comments that have been made by Aroldis Chapman last night, Wilson Contreras earlier in the year over the All-Star break, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa about road-home differences? How much should we look into that? Are there issues? Were there issues in that clubhouse?
Yeah, well, first of all, let's go to, does this translate into them with this win streak? Does any of what you're talking about have an impact of what has happened with this win streak? And I would say no. I honestly think it's a lazy conversation. I think it's easy to pick apart a lot of this stuff. And this is why it's important, though, to have guys like Chapman, to have guys like Contreras, in case there are any cracks in the armor, to show that, okay, this is how you get through 162, much like Alex Bregman. But that happens with every young player. That happens with every single team. And I will say this, like the whole idea of like, oh my goodness, they sent Roman Anthony to the Fort Myers, or Marcelo Meyer hasn't played. Well, if you want to say that Marcelo Meyer hasn't played and they've been better because the guy who replaced him is better, then fine. But I'm not going to say that they're winning because Marcelo Meyer isn't playing because it's a different dynamic. And I'm not going to say that they're winning because Roman Anthony isn't here, because guess what? Roman Anthony wasn't on most of the road trips as well. And so I don't buy into that. And I do think that, I know what Chapman said last night. And when you're in Boston, especially when you're losing, it's easy. It's blood in the water. You're going to get any little comment and you're going to say, okay, this is why this is happening. But all I can tell you is that being around the team and having the information that I do and knowing the people that we're talking about, I do think that a lot of this is a lazy conversation.
All right, what do you put into Chad Tracy then? Because I think of last year's streak, that's the difference now is Alex Cora is gone.
Yep.
So is Chad Tracy a part of this winning streak?
I think Chad Tracy is like with managers, you have to find the manager who is fit for the team the best.
Yep.
In other words, John Farrell, for instance, in 2013 was a great fit for that team. Maybe 4 years later, he wasn't the best fit for the team. Alex Cora was the best fit for the team. However they get to this point, with this group, Chad Tracy is the best fit for this team right now. Yeah. That's what we're seeing. I still say that you can't say, oh, well, they wouldn't. They are doing it because Alex Cora and the rest of the coaching staff isn't here. I don't really buy into it was a good idea to fire half the coaching staff because you were swimming upstream for 2 months. It wasn't like this was fixed in 2 months. And I'm not taking anything away from the coaches or Chad Tracy, but who's to say that in those 2 months it wouldn't have been fixed with the current group? All I know is what you have now, and this is less about what Alex Cora was, and to me more about what Chad Tracy is, that we have to give this guy a ton of credit for the way that he's not only handled what's on the field, but in terms of how he's handled the media and that clubhouse. Again, probably right now, when you win 14 games in a row, you're probably the perfect fit for whatever team you're managing.
It's still the Red Sox, though, Bradpo. Is there some of you that thinks we're going to wait and see what big names available in the offseason to bring them in? Or do you think they're going to drop the interim tag on this guy and he's going to be the guy?
I think really, Travis, that it comes back to this. if you name Chad Tracy the manager now, and it takes a turn for the worse, and it goes sideways, which it could, then you have to fire somebody.
Right.
Again, right? Now you're still an interim. You don't have to fire anyone. You're the interim guy. I know that's a simplistic way of looking at it, but obviously what we have right now is proven that Chad Tracy is a major league manager, that he can be a successful manager in Boston. But once you take that interim tag off, if it does go the other way, and it can go the other way, then you have to have another uncomfortable conversation, one that you don't want to have.
Right.
So, Rob, baseballisn'tboring.com is having a sale of T-shirts while this streak is going on. The game tonight has been called. It will be a doubleheader tomorrow, 1:35 and 7:10. Does the sale continue even though there's no game today?
Yeah, so bbisnboring.com, if you go there, it's $20 for any shirt. As long if I go to MLB.com and say, how many wins in a row have they had? 14. Well, that continues today. That continues all the way to tomorrow. Whatever it is. Like, hey, Lucy, I'm just trying to spread the great word of baseball. Or I'm just trying to celebrate what we're going through, right?
Rob. You have shirts in every language.
Yeah, Rob.
It has baseball is no es
It's
arborito.
not arborito, and you're spreading the word.
It is not arborito.
It's not.
So, yeah.
Well, hey, keep those sales going.
I want a
BB.
shirt.
It's on sale.
Is it BBisn'tboring.com? Is that what you said the
Yes.
website
Yeah,
was?
bbisn'boring.com. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Hook me up, Bravo.
Let's sell those shirts. Hey, I like them. Well, 3X, 4X. I don't know if
Hey.
Matt and I can wear them, but I like them.
Go to
And by-
bbisnboring.com.
And by the way, all of this, if you want to define the Red Sox, September 2nd. September 2nd. Right, Lucy? What's September 2nd?
Baseball isn't boring night at Fenway.
That's Fenway. Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Seattle Mariners. Seattle
good.
Mariners. Big game.
Maybe
Big
Cal
game.
Riley will actually have some home runs back then. All right, Rob Bradford, appreciate you, man. Baseball isn't boring.
all right.
He's Rob Bradford. Appreciate your
All
time,
right.
man. Stay dry.
See you.
All right.
Rob.
There's Rob Bradford.
Double header tomorrow.
I know, 135.
35.
Let's get into that. Also, this gives us some time to watch Jonathan Papelbon
Yes.
and Payton Tolle talk
this.
pitching. We'll do all that and more. It's batting practice has entered the chat. We'll have more after this.
Some wet swings in.
Instead of dry swings,
Yeah,
the wet
exactly.
swings.
Bingo.
Well, we're back here on batting practice. Has entered the chat.
Look how dark and ominous.
Know what happened? They said game's over. Everyone just shut the lights off and
Oh
paused.
yeah, literally. I
Right?
think that's what they did.
Like the vending machines, like all the hot dog guys, like, can I take these home?
Yeah.
What do you do with all
Oh,
that?
this is a great question, Joe. What do you do?
Do you get them
with
half off?
Oh.
I'm going there now.
Wow.
Let's wrap this show up now.
Anyways,
Bring them here.
speaking of wrapping this up, Jonathan Papelbon, Payton Tolle, I got to see this. Let's see it now in batting practice in a one-on-one.
All right, folks, I'm here with my man PT70. What's happening, brother? How you doing today, man?
I'm great. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us. But
Yeah, sugar melts, man. You got to be careful in that rain, kid. Sugar melts, man. No, but I want to talk to you, have a little conversation, just have some fun with it, man. First off, I really want to know, as a starter, like, what's your pregame ritual look like? Go through what you do on a daily basis.
well, it's changed over kind of the past year. Last year I was getting up way too early, walking around.
Yeah.
Got some good towns in the minor leagues here, so it's like Greenville. I'd get up, I'd walk around, and then I found out quickly that we got to keep all of our energy for the game. That sixth inning rolls around, it's like, But this year, waking up, getting something to eat, I get to the field pretty early, just because I get bored at the house.
Yeah, me too, man.
But now it's do some homework, do the last little bit of review, and then it's get up, get in the weight room, start prepping, and try to crank up. Everywhere we go, we see how loud the speaker can get.
Oh, yes, dude. I was the same way, man. When I get ready in the clubhouse, everybody was gone. I'd crank that thing up.
Oh, yeah.
Get it going, throw on some Metallica or something.
Yes, absolutely. So
what about any, like, you a superstitious guy? Or you do anything? Like Beckett, let me tell you something. This kid, he would eat P.F. Chang's before every start. It didn't matter where we were. He'd find a club to go get a P.F. Chang. You do anything like that?
People have learned that the bananas have become a thing for me, but I try not to get too much into the superstitious stuff. It's a lot of routine stuff. I mean, routine can be sometimes a superstition, but sometimes not. But I'm always hopping over the line, and then if I give up a run, the other foot's going in the next inning.
Yes.
We're facing the other way.
Yes.
We're changing something.
I agree.
I joked with Jemai the other day. He's like, "What are you gonna do next start after that start didn't go very well?" I was like, "Well, I'm gonna put the cleat on the other foot first."
Yeah.
And I actually did, and it worked out.
Yeah.
Try to not worry about the superstitious stuff.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. You're a guy that plays with energy, man, and that's what I love. I'm a guy that used to go out there, play with energy. We got a little something in familiar with each other. We get the fist pump going.
Yeah,
I love the
absolutely.
fist pump. So talk to me about your energy and your mindset when you go out there to pitch.
I mean, I think that a lot of the pace of the game is dictated by the pitcher of whoever's in there. So I like trying to be free, be loose. I feel like that loosens everybody else up, but it also I like getting fired up. I like having that jump in the game, especially whenever it's a big. I think about like bases loaded, nobody out, getting out of that jam, and then it's like adrenaline dump. Let's go. It's my way of like being in the moment, but also bringing everybody else with me into the moment.
Yeah.
So I like getting fired up. I have fun with it. But yeah, I got. Sometimes it's like I've learned you got to tone it down sometimes because it does that adrenaline dump.
Yes. It's keep it good and bad.
Yes, absolutely. So it's we've learned, but we're getting better at it. We're trying to keep it cool until we need it.
Me and Jim Rice at TC, we take side bets on the fist pump up in the studio. So I'm gonna be taking the over next time. So don't tell Jim that,
Absolutely,
right? All right,
absolutely.
all right. All right, man. So y'all are on a freaking heater, man, like none other. It's been amazing to watch, and I've been waiting for this. I've said all along, they weren't playing all three phases of the game together, and y'all are doing that now. Tell me what that's like, man, and tell me what it's like pitching with this fan base.
Yeah.
And I've been a part of a 12-game winter, and the fans, they just love it. It's a different type of fan out here. So talk to me about pitching in front of that.
I mean, it's incredible. Like you start to feel more and more that everybody's on the edge of their seat for every single pitch. Something that wasn't really happening early in the year, but now like everybody's hanging on to each moment.
Yeah.
And it's contagious, man. Whenever an inning gets rolling, that crowd gets louder. I mean, you've pitched in big spots.
Yeah.
Pitching here in a big spot's not easy for an opposing pitcher.
No.
So it gets rolling, and we've seen some crazy moments happen along this run here. But yeah, it's intimidating too. This place gets on top of you quick.
Oh yeah,
It gets loud quick. So it's been a whole lot of fun to do it, and to be able to do it here, and hopefully going into this part of the year where we need people to give us that pat on the butt sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's been a whole lot of fun, and just I get to sit back every 4 days out of the week and just sit back on it
and just watch the fun, baby.
Just
yeah,
front row seat.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, the fans, they love you, dude, and don't change a thing about what you're doing. They love your intensity, and this is the kind of town where you pitch the way you're pitching, man, they're gonna love you forever. And maybe you'll get one of them rings like me, and we'll go eat and drink for free wherever we want, brother. Yeah, man. All right, let's talk a little about pitching, man. I noticed your cutter this year, man, has really come along, man. And you pitch, and your similarity is very similar to mine. You throw your four seam, you're not afraid to throw it up in the zone, especially the way the analytics are now with, the bat paths and everything. But talk to me about your secondary, what you've been working on, what you want to try to get better.
Yeah, the cutter's a relatively new pitch. It's something that I learned last year, really a couple weeks before I got called up. And it's starting to take a lot of strides now. We're starting to really rely on it more and more. Something that I worked really hard on the offseason with is change up. And I think we're not throwing it a ton, but we're throwing it enough to keep hitters honest with it. And then the curveball too, I think it's been great in pre-2-strike counts. It's been great in 2-strike counts, but just having the feel with it to land for a strike, help it be competitive.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing for me is like, we need secondary pitches that are competitive that can help make that fastball play.
Yeah, make the hitter switch gears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So speeding up guys, slowing guys down. So the changeup and the curveball have helped with that, and then the cutter is just keep guys off barrels. Two-seam does the same thing. So it's like keep off barrels where they can't just be waiting on that one pitch, because I had those starts. I had that Arizona start last year. It was heater. It was just getting walloped around the yard. So
everything was hard.
So everything is hard, and now we got that change of speeds. We're working different sides of the plate, and so it's been, I still have a long ways to go, but I think the foundations are there.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, for me, I had a guy named Kurt Schilling. I know you know who he is. He came along in my career. He showed me the split finger. I'm gonna show you how I threw my split.
Okay.
It was just a glorified two-seamer, man. So all I did was, you're not choking it down. You're just right outside the two seams. And the best part about it is here's your rudder, right? If you want to cut it or sink it, but normally you keep your thumb in the middle. But to me, the best part about it is I could throw it just like my fastball, man, and there was no difference. So that made me turn into a pitcher that could go out there and make hitters switch gears and everything. So that made all the difference in the world for me. And
that's
I know
pitching, that's not throwing.
Correct. And so I know once you figure out that off-speed pitch and you get it, man, the limit for you is the ceiling, right? And you could be making all-stars and taking this team to, who knows where, World Series. So keep working on that, man. And I want to end up with, you just got married, brother.
I did.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been married for 25 years, man.
It's awesome.
And just want to tell you this much. Devin, she's going to always be right.
Yes, she is.
Don't ever forget that, man. Congratulations,
I'm
man.
learning quickly, put the lid down, light off every time I go in the bath. We're learning.
Yeah. Got to learn quick on the fly, man. Well, I appreciate it, PT.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Enjoyed it, man.
Absolutely.
Keep up the good work, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
That was good to see those two guys together, two big boys hanging out and giving marital advice. Jonathan Papelbon, just what we all need. Hey, we're going to wrap up this show here on the other side. We don't get the game tonight, but we get a double feature tomorrow here on Batting Practice has entered the show. Well, we didn't get a chance to watch any hitting during batting practice as enter the chat, but you know what? The guys will be back here, and ladies will be here tomorrow, because now there's a doubleheader tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you'll
Let's
get
stay tuned.
Boston's enter the chat. When, Lucy?
Well, after the first game, and in between after the first game, before the second game.
Abracadabra.
In between, we will fill that gap.
Magic.
Abracadabra.
Can I let
we
you-
will magically come
Abracadabra?
up between.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra. It's magic.
Please tell me you know what that's from.
It's magic.
Anyways.
Can I let you in on one of the great fan secrets out there?
Yes.
What? Weekday day baseball, the best.
Incredible. I am
You can
so
skip
pumped.
work tomorrow.
You can day drink.
1:35. Highly recommend.
Not us, because we'll be on after
Well,
the first game.
well,
Unless
that'd
you'd
be-
like us to.
That would be an entertaining show.
Exactly.
Ooh, I do have to work tomorrow night. Anyways, hey everybody, thanks for joining us here on Batting Practices Enter the Chat and Boston's Enter the Chat for Lucy Burns, Travis Thomas. He's Matt McCarthy. I'm Joe Murray. A double dose of Red Sox tomorrow. Can we make it 15 and 16 in a row tomorrow?
Hell yeah.
Stay tuned to NESN to find out.
Yeah, brother.
Stay dry, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow in between the doubleheader.
Sox.